I want to follow up on a point that my colleague from New Mexico made regarding priorities. Chairman Walberg, how many markups have you all had in your committee this year? Does 7 sound about right? Yeah. All right, so 7 markups in 2025. A lot more hearings than that, of course, as well. I noticed last week, or I guess week before last, you marked up a bill on getting whole milk back into the cafeterias. Does that sound right? That's a bill that you all were taking up, or a hearing, I suppose, I guess? A while back? Okay. Got it. And you recently held a hearing titled, quote, "In Their Corner, Creating More Opportunities for American Boxers." That sound right? That's coming. That was a hearing. That was, that hearing hasn't happened yet.
That hasn't happened yet.
Got it. Okay. So markups on getting whole milk back into schools, a hearing coming up next week, I guess, or soon, on American boxers. How many markups have you held on school safety?
Well,
I think the answer is none.
it'll be coming.
What was that?
It'll be coming.
They'll be coming. Is that after the hearing on American boxers or before? When is your plan?
Remember, our committee is titled Education and the Workforce. And
Sure.
Workforce.
No,
So we're working on all sorts of things.
I hear you, but
we
I
did
just
pass the one big beautiful bill, and we had a major component of
Mr.
that.
Chairman, I'm just
that
trying to
did
get
a lot
better
for education.
Mr. Chairman, I'm just trying to get a better sense. It's December 1st. We're almost through this calendar year. You've had plenty of time for hearings and markups on whole milk in cafeterias. You've had plenty of
significantly
time.
more
I'm
than
going to
that.
finish my statement. I'll let
Sure.
you finish. You've had time for hearings on, or rather, creating more opportunities for American boxers, which apparently is coming up. And the fact that the Education and Workforce Committee hasn't held a single hearing or markup on school safety, to me, is not consistent with the mandate of your committee. Have you had any markups on teacher pay, retention for teachers?
Well, can I respond to that?
Of course.
Yeah. I think you have to understand the philosophy that we have on the Republican side of the aisle, that education K-12 is most importantly dealt with at the state and local levels. And we are intent on encouraging that and not discouraging it. Right now, while we give
So is that
about,
a no?
in Michigan, we give about 9% federal dollars to states, our state. We give almost 85% of regulatory requirements, white paper, and cost that comes with that to our states.
Are the bills that we're considering now before this committee regarding K through 12? I thought they were. I thought the bills regarding foreign funding, foreign disclosure, prohibitions on the receipt of foreign funding, these are all for K through 12 schools.
They certainly are there, and higher education as well.
Got it. Okay.
Which we have
So
concerns with Confucius classrooms.
I know, I hear you. I understand. I understand your concerns.
It's all of
you
the
all have
above.
taken up, I think, 4 bills on the Confucius Institute. So you've made that very clear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to understand, and you can help me understand this, why the Education Committee hasn't held a single markup or a single hearing on teacher retention or teacher pay. And if your answer is, well, we're not in the business of addressing those issues, then that could be your answer.
That's pretty much the answer.
Okay,
The
so-
states can do that, and local communities.
Got it.
We'd like to give them more resources by leaving it back in the states and the local districts
So
themselves.
from your perspective, teacher retention, not an issue for the Education Committee in the U.S. Congress, but requiring elementary schools to disclose if they've received any money from foreign nonprofits, that's within your wheelhouse in the Education Committee.
Well, I think it is, because
Okay.
again, we're talking of K-12 through college and universities, and it's a national security issue as well.
Sure, okay, all right. Any hearings or markups on the Individuals with Disabilities in Education Act?
Well, I think we're dealing with three bills right now in front of this committee for rules, and that's what we're here to talk about tonight. We will establish our pattern and our committee hearing process for education and workforce issues, but these are the bills we're addressing tonight.
I understand, and I'm trying to
I'm
understand.
looking forward to answering questions on those.
I have some questions for you on those, but I'm trying to understand the context of these bills and the priorities of this committee. because this isn't the first time you've testified in front of the Rules Committee this year on bills that are of a similar nature to the bills that you're testifying to today. So that's the reason why for my questions, Mr. Chairman. This isn't, I'm not meant, they're meant in all seriousness, that I'm trying to understand why every time the Education Committee comes before the Rules Committee to present a bill, it is invariably connected to the Confucius Institute or China, some of your concerns there that you've articulated, and never about school safety, never about special education, never about teacher retention, never about teacher pay, the vast array of issues that most Coloradans that I represent are deeply concerned about when they think about the education that their children are receiving. So that's the reason for my questions. But you've said pretty clearly that those aren't priorities, and so, or at least they're not priorities right now. And I suppose I'll stop there. Because I mean, the truth is I've asked you questions about, the bills that we're considering today, or at least the subject matter previously. So I'm just hoping, I guess my request humbly would be that perhaps in the new year, that when, we have the opportunity to visit with you again, I hope, that it perhaps is on one of the topics that I suggested today. But I am but a humble member of the minority here, so you could take that suggestion for what it's worth.
Your concerns and ideas are heard.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Neguse.